Okay, so first of all, just composing this on your sketchbook on the page. This guy's moving left to right, kind of airborne, so trying to build that piece up. Here you can see this line of action just going from a big swooping top left to bottom arc. And again, trying to start off a little bit ahead, sketch a little bit before you got going here. So the circular shape with that ellipse that is showing the base for the eye, and the eye has a little bit of the cheek part showing at the bottom, so just so you can see that. And there's the center line of the face. Then trying to plot the skeletal structure just as the stick figure coming in. There's the actual spine. Then the angle of the shoulders, it's up a little high, so you have the top to bottom, this perspective angle. The foot is kind of brought up and in, so again, the hip, if you can see through this character, and then from that, do the stick figure for the foot, and the leg, the right front leg is kind of arched up high. The back one, think of it as a little bit of another part of the gesture or the line of action, and it's going straight back. Shows that foot kind of cutting right back in there. And then trying to bring it up to the arms. Their right arm is kind of a action line going right back, so if you can pinpoint where the wrist and the elbow would be. Same with this one, is kind of foreshortened inside this piece, and that brings that section right up close. Again, trying to put some circular shapes in for the hands and feet. Building this part up, and then just going back into the head itself. So again, trying to find that center piece. Here's a circle volume for the nose. Let the center line wrap around that. That divides it pretty evenly in perspective. Easily find the nose shape. And the top part. So it has the teeth following that same center line. And here's the mouth. So the mouth is still a triangular shape if you break it down geometrically. And the cylindrical part for the lower lip. Slowly building that in there. Going back up to the eye. It's a little bit changed, a little corner piece for the pupil there. Putting a highlight and building that section up so you can kind of see a little better in that action. Again, this cheek section on the whole side of the face, you're seeing it almost in profile. And then up at the top here. So if there's a lot of lines, I'll just kind of take them out just to narrow it down to that one. And the ear, just kind of the side part where it's attached. Still a round circle there. Find the top. Bending that down. Putting that in there. That goes it around. The part that's tapering back, you're only seeing the top piece of it. So just like the other objects that we've been drawing, you're only seeing part of it. Same idea as a sculptural piece. And the eyebrow is an echo of that shape, so place it up there. And that kind of completes the head. Now the tongue, you're seeing it in perspective, so see the front part and the back. Part up there so you can see it. So it's just kind of laid out. And bring yourself down. The body, here's the circular part for the chest, circular larger part for the pelvis. Kind of taper it together. And here's a circular part for the shoulder. And that's going back. So if you still keep it as a cylindrical shape or oval shape for the bicep and the tricep of this character, it'll give you enough to work on. gets into the hand. There's a circular part for the hand. And again, think of it as the mitten shape. Drawing this out. That's that piece. Kind of the index finger going up. Builds that hand up, so it's kind of an open hand as he's running, jump in the air. Come across the other side, and that kind of folds right into the chest. Kind of the forearm there. Circular shape for the hand. And again, the mitten shape is kind of right there, but the index finger comes open, gives a little more variety to the hand. Bending that part up like that. So by doing it, you're slowly starting to see the three-dimensional development of the character. So there's the front face with the hands kind of set up. And now the foot. Just do a circle for the heel just to get the geometry, and then build the foot up from that. Make this a little bigger. Round off the leg coming up. Build that part up, and then the last part is just the leg kind of airborne again, so it's wrapped around. Look at the negative shape against the object. Positive part. That builds the foot up. And the last part, just kind of keeping with the line of motion there, going into the tail. Just kind of building that up. So once you have it, and you can even put a little bit of location as to where the jumping across there like that. Some action lines there. And go back in if you need to see pick out the final line there. See a little better in there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So there you have all the drawing